I tutor children at the orphanage, but when the Great Maze Run happens, I tutor everyone in pain. Ha 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 ha.
Greetings and welcome to Interstice Productions. My name is Tyler X Koontz, and you are listening to One Shot Wonders Off Book, an actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast where we play improvised one-shot adventures. Everything you are about to hear was made up and totally improvised. The only thing that was pre-generated was our players' characters, which I had only just seen. For those of you who may be new to D&D, it is a collaborative storytelling gaming experience, where I, the Dungeon Master, along with the help of my players, create the world and what's in it, and the players get to play in it. They describe what they want to do, we roll some dice, and see if they succeed or totally fail. Now I said this is an improv show, and what do you need for improv? Suggestions! For this episode, I will be using suggestions from our players, but hopefully, in the future, we will get our suggestions from our live studio audience. Or perhaps our Patreon members.
First, I need a genre. First one to say it.
Horror.
Horror. All right. Horror. All right. Somebody give me a title of a book, film, or television show.
Twilight.
Twilight. And go ahead. One more. Give me one more.
Maze Runner.
Maze Runner. All right. And then something that you wouldn't want to give your grandma.
A pantyhose.
Pantyhose.
That is a horror. That's a good answer.
Horror, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
That is horror.
You got me.
We have a plot line already.
All right. So now these suggestions may be taken at face value, or they actually might just be inspiration. They might be distilled like the beautiful grapes they are to make some sweet, sweet wine. You've heard me blab enough. Let's go ahead and have our players introduce themselves and give a little spiel about their characters.
Hi, my name is Mitch. I'm going to be playing Asha and Raya Datharsis, or you can just call him Empty. He's a very old halfling, Dampir. His teeth have rotted out, but he still is a feisty ranger.
All right, I guess that would be me then. My name is Brian, 20 years of age. I will be playing Aldrax Hemlocke, a paladin with a little moral dilemma. But we will get to that.
Then that just leaves me. Hi, my name's New, and I'll be playing Navexi Song, a tiefling bard who's kind of also a kleptomaniac, but you'll see what I mean later.
Our party is coming into a new town that they saw just off the coast of a horizon, and the sun is setting gently in the background. The colors of the sky are purple and magenta and all kinds of things. You can see the moon just starting to creep out into the sky as the sun goes down, and our travelers are covered in the vestiges of their latest conquest and tired, hungry, and wondering what awaits them.
Hey, Aldrax, I just want to let you know I'm a little bit, I got a little something. I'm feeling a little jumpy inside.
And what would that be?
There's a tavern nearby. I see there's a town. There's some people in there. It's no big deal.
Oh, you want to go, don't you?
Yes, absolutely. Vexy understands.
I mean, I didn't even get to say anything, but sure, I guess. We could use something to eat.
As you're stumbling or walking into town, there's not a lot of people out and about actually, which kind of seems normal, but not quite normal. I mean, it's not dark yet. There should at least be some people around. And what little you do, they kind of aren't making eye contact, and they're looking away. They're going into the respective buildings, and they won't make eye contact with you. And in fact, some people, as you pass by, are closing and shutting and locking their doors. As you come down the town, you see a sign for the tavern, the Velvet Minotaur, and torch lights are starting to come on and softly glow.
What is up with them, you think? Do they know about me? Well, you look kind of scary, actually, Aldrax. Maybe you should turn down the paladin vibe. You're scaring the people.
Don't think that's how it works, bud.
Pretty sure that's how that works. Yeah.
I'm not sure about you guys, but something about this place doesn't feel right. I don't think it's you two.
Well, if Vexy doesn't feel right, then I don't feel right.
I guess I don't either.
But maybe there's something shiny inside.
Shiny? That kind of sounds tempting. Should we go in?
Yeah.
Should not be worried.
Nope. Just look away and keep your honor in check.
Oh boy.
As you enter in the tavern, everyone stops whatever they were doing, their respective drinks mid-pour, and just turn and look at you as you come in. And some of them even start to put on these crooked smiles. The bartender, this menacing-looking dragonborn, goes, hey, some newcomers. Oh, this is gonna be a fun night. Welcome. Oh, you're new to these parts. Man, you chose a hell of a night to come visit this town.
Why, what's going on?
Oh, it's the Great Maze Run.
What's that?
What's that? It's a huge town-wide competition where every crime is legal and murder is encouraged. Oh yeah. Oh, this is gonna be fun. New blood, everybody. Look, so yeah, this is the tavern. Once a year it happens. Most people like to kind of start here. And if you're caught outside, oh well, best of luck to you.
You guys watch as Empty just slowly pivots and looks at Aldrax, and it's like his old man wrinkled smile comes over his face at the excitement of this prospect.
Don't even think about it.
Man.
But they said blood.
No, blood is for losers. I only like psychic energy nowadays.
It's also for people who like living.
Fair.
Are we alive?
Oh no.
I think so.
But yeah. Listen, my name is Tholis. My name is Tholis, and I'm here to give you your last drinks, if you will, if you don't happen to the night. So, you know what? It's on the house. I'll give you whatever you would like.
Can I have that bowl over there?
What?
It's the one that's like really shiny with crystals in it. There's like a bunch of little coins too. I could use that instead of a drink, you know.
Oh,
Seems more useful.
Yeah. That's just the pub nuts that we got here. Yeah, I mean, here you go. Here's the pub nuts bowl for you. Take it.
Thank you.
Oh, you got it. Enjoy while you still can. I don't know. Let's see. We got about, 20 minutes left of daylight. Yeah, and that's 20 minutes left to say your goodbyes, and the rest of the seedy tavern people kind of chuckle.
Can I make a perception check and see, like, if they're all like just planning on ganging up on us, or is that an insight check? What would you say, Jim?
That would be investigation, I think.
Oh, no. Okay, I got 3.
A 3. As far as you can tell, they're all very happy. They're just happy to see you, and they could be your new best friends. You don't know.
I love this town.
Yeah, it's a funny thing. This place used to be all topsy-turvy until Grey Pain, the great mage, came around. And at the name of the Grey Pain, Aldrax, you are suddenly brought back to these horrible sort of memories of that evil mage that you once served, who is the name I just said, who is Grey Pain, the great evil mage from your way back in the day, who you always regretted serving, for he made you do such evil atrocities that you thought were in the greater good, but it was really just to line his own pockets.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Did it really have to be him?
Hey, Aldrax, you okay?
If you're feeling down, I can give you some nuts.
Lovely. Sure, why not?
Have some nuts.
Listen, Aldrax, I gotta level with you for a second. If you don't put away your honor for one night, we're all probably gonna get shivved by, well, like everyone.
Oh, you think so?
I do, yeah. Pretty, yeah. These people look really nice, actually, but I'm pretty sure outside's not going to be safe.
Are you all nice? As he like points to the crowd.
Oh yeah, they're super nice. Oh yeah, I'm somebody's grandpa.
Me too.
Oh,
Sure, why not?
I tutor children at the orphanage, but when the Great Maze Run happens, I tutor everyone in pain. Ha ha.
That's actually pretty good.
Well, it would explain the orphan issue.
That's right. I mean, quite every year I get new orphans, and you know who made them that way? This guy.
Bloody hell.
I love this town.
I hate this town.
Oh boy. Tholis, he comes over and he goes, so I guess the one other thing I should tell you is, so they clear out the main cathedral and kind of get everyone in like a 20-mile radius. No, that's a lot, isn't it? Get everyone in like a 5-mile radius, cleared out, or shut in. And basically the starting point is anywhere in that 5-mile loop. You got until morning to try and be the first people to survive to get to the cathedral, and then you get an audience with the great mage Greypain, and he sees about using his magic to bestow you with something. I don't really know. I've never done it myself. It's a kind of an unspoken rule. I pass out the booze. Nobody attacks me, and I give them all the grape nuts and booze they want.
How does this town not have a serious population issue if this keeps happening? Everyone's dead but one guy? Anyway, that's fine. That sounds legit. Like, I love it.
That's right. So, I mean, you got your grape nuts there. I heard your name was Aldrax. What, can I get you anything? And you what? Over there, sir? What? Oh, all right. Stay hydrated. You get this murky, muddy water.
No, I'm gonna be filled later. You don't have to get me anything.
When suddenly through some sort of magical sort of resonant like effect, almost in like your brain and also like cast up in the sky, you hear the sounds of trumpets playing off in the distance or right next to you since it's in your brain dome. And Aldrax hears that the very grating tone, grating just that it's that mortal enemy that you wish you never heard before of Greypain. Yes, the time has come. Those outside, may the gods give mercy on your soul. And to those participating in the maze run, have a good time. For the time is now. And more trumpets blast. A crimson red ball shoots out into the sky and illuminates the surroundings. You see the red glow. Perhaps you catch the glimpse of it going in the eye. Then there's a huge bang, and the sky is just red. And it's like as if like almost a dome went over the city. It's just everything's illuminated red. And if you're outside and whatnot, and suddenly, roll a perception check.
I rolled an 11.
11.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 7.
Oh, no problem. We got 7, 11.
13.
13. All right. Aldrax and Empty, you two are kind of caught unawares as you were too busy staring at the sky as this whole thing went off and weirded about what's going on. You, even though they were right there ready to attack, you let your guard down for a moment and they move forward. Only Vexy was all of a sudden top on her game with her like blood senses just like going and ready for what's coming next. And the tutor and the grandpa both pull out blades of some kind and attack.
How could they?
they are not gonna do it. The tutor guy in his eagerness trips over his own feet and stumbles towards Aldrax in enough time for you to swiftly dodge out of the way because they rolled a 5. And Empty is able to just sort of gain his bearings quite quickly and just step out of the way in just 1 second. And yes, let's roll initiative.
20 for Empty.
20 for Empty.
7.
I got a 7.
You got a 7. Okay.
Just so you guys know, the nuts, I put them in my pack, so we'll have something in the maze.
Lovely.
Oh no. What happens when we have to kill each other? What's gonna happen then, boys and girl?
As long as you don't leave my nuts behind.
I won't. I'll bury it.
Okay, Empty, it is your turn. You just were attacked by somebody's grandpa.
Yeah, I take out my dentures, which are hiding my gums, and I hang them on my bat bow tie, and I go, "You want to see who's best, Grandpa? Let's dance." And I'm gonna try to bite him.
All right, go ahead.
I'll gum him.
Gum away.
20, dirty 20. To hit.
Dirty 20. Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay. I lunge forward and clamp my gum around his upper arm, and deal 6 points of damage, piercing damage.
He goes, "No, not the gumming! Oh, it's so gross! Oh, it's more 6 points of psychic damage than anything." And actually, it is going to be his turn, and he actually pulls out this item from behind his back that then extends, and it retracts into a spear, and he's going to try and it's awkward with the tip, so I'm going to give him disadvantage with how close you are, and that is going to be a 15 to hit.
That misses.
That misses. Yeah, he just can't get you. It's like, oh, dang it! Yeah, I should have brought my glasses. I left them at home. I can't see. This is so gross. I don't know. And yeah, next we got the tutor is up actually though, and the tutor's going to come at Aldrax with an 11.
That will not do.
All right, yeah, so the tutor comes forward with his knives, and he's like, "I got a lesson for you, but I don't think you'll get the point." And he lunges forward, and you're just able to sort of just knock him aside with the backhand, if you so wish. And it is your turn, Aldrax.
I'm gonna look at him, let out a pretty hefty sigh. I am not appreciating his bad form. I'm gonna quickly draw my longsword and attempt to bring it down across his back.
All right, go, roll them bones.
We rolled a 12.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna hit.
All right,
Yep.
awesome. And that would be 11 points of damage, right, bringing it down across his back.
Nice.
All right, and how do you do this? What's it look like when you kill this fool?
I raise my sword over my left shoulder, and I look down at him, and you hear this scoff from him, just this moderate... And then I just bring it down right across his back, right about his upper back where his shoulders would be, right across there.
All right, and it cleaves through his body in such a cleanly fashion that he's like, what just happened? And then suddenly his world is turned upside down as this parts of his body detract from each other and fall to the ground.
You animate him.
Oh, dude.
There are some other people in the other humanoids in the room who seem sort of reticent after seeing you cleave someone in two. Vexy, it's your turn. We have one person down and another still standing that's initially in this battle. We still have the grandpa who is being gummed to death by Empty.
So Vexy pulls out her rapier from her pack and she lunges to attack. That would be a 13.
That's gonna hit.
So she lunges out of her rapier and she basically cuts off the bottom half of his body because she trips.
With a rapier.
She trips.
Holy moly.
So it's gonna be like, I'm coming for you, Grandpa. You're down. But hold on, my nuts! And she just trips on the nuts and slashes the bottom half of his body.
Can I take psychic damage?
That's some psychic damage there. Yeah, so she meant to just do a flesh wound and instead just totally bisected his body. Tholis is like, whoa, you guys are brutal. The rest of the humanoids just like kind of start skittering and skedaddling out of there. And the encounter is done for now. When suddenly, though, echoing throughout the town, you hear a cacophonous sound of wolves howling. And Tholis goes, oh man, you guys are in for it now. You better start heading to that cathedral, or you gonna be chow food.
Puppy chow? Were you looking for puppy chow?
Yeah, there you go. I was on the tip of my tongue. I had it.
I love this town.
The tutor guy could have told you to learn a thing or two if he didn't just get, his legs on attached.
Does that mean that you're now Orphan King?
Me?
No, the Aldrax. He just killed the only teacher for the orphanage. They have no teacher. As a paladin of good, it's his responsibility to go in there and teach those kids what's right and wrong.
I gotta agree with Empty here. You gotta take responsibility.
I guess he's got you there.
Shit.
If there's anybody left alive and they don't got parents, you're their Orphan King.
Why not? Sure.
All right. I'm gonna just kind of start cleaning up this mess here and maybe close down the bar. Get out of here.
On the way. And I'm gonna head out.
Fair enough.
And as we're kind of heading out, I'm gonna get close to you, Aldrax, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, that's Great Pain guy. What's his deal?"
Well, served him for a while. Bloody bastard. Did not get along. Used me for his own gain, and well, can't be forgiven for that.
Does that mean the game is on? Vexy, you in?
Only if I get to call Aldrax daddy.
What?
I mean, technically, he's kind of like the king of orphans now, so...
All right. Hang on. What?
Can I not?
Great.
I told you to take responsibility.
Okay, fine.
Then I'm in. We're in. Let's go.
You hear off in the distance the sound of wolves getting louder.
Gonna move to the cathedral if possible to avoid being.
Yeah. So as you come out and you into the actual main town, this sort of hush that was in the back of your head now actually becomes in clear audio. You can hear it better, or it's coming to the front of the mind, and you realize that sort of hush is actually screams throughout the city. There are various fires on certain buildings off in the distance, and the city is sort of kind of in a big, it's like very oval, like as if somebody planted something in the center and then everything just sort of moved out from there. And in this center of the city, about 5 miles away, you see lit up by some sort of golden sort of light, the bells of the cathedral. So you choose to start heading down the pathway
Vexy,
there.
Vexy, does this look like your town? For your hometown, where you're from?
It looks familiar, but I've been to a lot of places. Plus, it's really dark. How can you see anything? I mean, I can, but I don't know about you.
I'm like a vampire. If you haven't, I gummed that man to death. I know that I don't drink blood anymore, but I'm still a vampire. Okay, I can't even.
Alright, that's fair, but I don't think it's that familiar, no. I've been to a lot of places. A lot of places look the same when you're only looking in your bag and at your feet.
Fair enough.
That's fair, but I figured you were from hell or something like that, and you this kind of looks like hell right now, and you'd be pretty like, oh, my hometown.
I mean, just because I have the horns and the tail doesn't mean I'm from hell.
Oh shit. Sugar. Sorry about that. You're right. I'm an old person. Sometimes I forget.
You better put your dentures back on.
Yeah, you just kind of bit a man to death, but like indirectly.
Yeah, I feed off the anguish of the gumming.
Charming.
Death by gumming is what I call it. Yeah.
As you are kind of y'all just decided to barrel on down like the straight quickest path to the cathedral?
I suppose so.
Great. All right. As you're running by and buildings are sort of swooping, going swoosh, 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 swoosh. You run by and one of y'all hit a tripwire. Everyone make a dexterity save.
Oh no, that's my worst stat. I got a 3.
24.
Bruh.
It's 26.
26. Yep, very nice. The first one, Aldrax, hits a tripwire, and you hear kind of this sort of like, what is everyone trying to do upon hearing such a noise? Just like you jump out of the way, you're gonna duck, you're gonna cower like a baby. What do you do?
Vexy hides behind Aldrax.
Oh no. I was about to say that too.
Seeing this, I'll just stand there, I guess.
He's the one in the armor, so.
I know, right?
And Empty, what do you do?
I do the same thing.
Oh, okay.
I hope behind
this does you hear this noise and this swoosh, and like a cable just sort of pops out, and then there's you two were just sort of slightly behind Aldrax, and he was like in the front kind of leading, and then you all just kind of like hop in behind him. Like if somebody was looking, it would be almost like a Russian doll situation of like popping in onto each other. And he's just like, oh, what? And then all of a sudden these razor barbed wires just sort of come out from like across the street section and just fling forward, and as soon as they hit Aldrax's armor, they just sort of wrap around him and bind him, and you take 6 points of piercing damage and are restrained. You need to make a strength check on your turn to try and get out of this trap that you got in, and I should say it was very Saw-esque, to stick with the horror theme. And out of nowhere then, up on the roofs sort of around you are these small little figures, and a few of them hop down onto the street below, and you all have been ambushed by gnomes wearing scarecrow masks. And they say, it's time that you gnomed where you belong, in death.
It wasn't even good.
It hurts so bad.
Yeah. Well, it takes gnome to gnome. I don't know. Let's roll initiative.
A 2.
A 2?
Oh.
That sounds about right.
17.
13.
All right. One of the gnomes up on top is going to shoot a poisonous dart at Empty. Will a 16 hit?
No, I raise my shield to protect Aldrax as he's barbed wire is up and be like, Aldrax, no! As he's getting sawed in half.
Very cool. And then it is Vexy's turn.
Can I talk to the gnomes?
Yes, that's a free action. If you would like, you can talk.
Okay, calm down, you guys. Calm down. I know we look like fresh gnome food for you guys, but look, I got some goods. I got some intel. How about I help you guys catch other people? You gnomes would love that, wouldn't you? I mean, come on, we're like 3 people. It's like an old geezer, and then there's this guy with all the armor. We're not really the kind of party you want to, get on down with it, gnome us down. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other people out there you'd look forward to. What'd you say?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, we got it looks like the strongest of you already down on the ground, ready for the pickings. Vexy, can you roll a persuasion check?
I roll a 25.
25. Damn. Okay.
Take my money.
Well, then.
Well, I mean, you do look like somebody we could use you as bait, perhaps. But that is quite the enticing offer.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, come on, he's already down. He's not much of a fighter, so you could always go for someone else.
I know.
Oi.
All right. We'll take your offer, but you got to kill one of your friends, and we'll kill the other, and and then we're all good. No mistake.
Kill one of my friends?
Yeah, you gotta prove yourself. I mean, we'll take you on, but let's start here and now. You didn't say you just said you would help us. We're just gonna let's go.
I mean, I said I'd help you trap other people. Does it have to be among my friends?
Yeah, we gotta start here. We gotta start somewhere.
I have nuts.
Well,
Would that help?
We do love nuts. Okay, roll another persuasion check.
He's like, hang on 1 second. Wait, what?
21.
God damn it.
I roll a 4, a 3, and a
wait.
2.
Are those nuts from Tholis? Are those Tholis?
Yes.
Those Tholis's nuts that from
The whole bowl.
No.
Yes. Fresh.
Tholis from where's the damn from the Velvet Minotaur? Oh, okay, guys. She's got Tholis's nuts. You know what? As far as I know, this night is over. You know what? We'll just take the nuts. We're gonna go home and enjoy them nuts.
That's what I'm saying.
The gnomes just sort of, all right, that's it, boys. Let's go. And they just sort of retreat and just slowly back away.
See, aren't I useful to the team?
That was amazing, Vexy. And Aldrax, I have to say, you're gonna have to let her call you daddy now.
I'm not a human bloody shield, mate.
No, but you're a daddy now. That's what you are. As I help him and bind him.
All right. Yes, you pick up your buddy Aldrax and you continue heading down the way over to the cathedral. As you're passing down the different corridors, you come across an alley where there just happens to be a minotaur who's encroaching on a old woman who happened to be left outside when the maze run started. And you can keep going, or do whatever. And she goes, "Oh, we're travelers, help me!"
I look at Aldrax.
He's gonna stop, and he's gonna start heading over because he's done enough bad in his life on accident. He doesn't want to let this old woman die.
Do we go with him?
No, we just leave him to die. It's fine.
I can hear you.
I mean,
He's gonna die anyway. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's every man for himself out here, right? Every grandma too.
Yeah, but
didn't I just eat a wire trap for you guys?
It's true. He's really good at taking hits for us, though.
That's on you, though. You're the responsible one.
What, me?
No, I meant Aldrax. He got to take the hits. We just run for it.
So you come. Aldrax goes down this alleyway. What do you say to the encroaching minotaur, to the old lady?
Hey, you best pick on someone your own size.
You mean you? He sort of like puts his axe over his back and he goes, "Why don't you just go about your business?" And he slowly starts walking to sort of the right of you and kind of like encircling you. "You outsiders aren't welcome here, and it's not like you're going to survive the night anyways. You don't want to encounter me right now. Just go away, just leave." And he's continuing to kind of circle you.
Can Aldrax draw his longsword slowly in a threatening way?
Aldrax draws his longsword in a threatening way. You want to do a intimidation check?
Good, please, thank you. No more dexterity, please. That has not been working out for me. 19. He takes pause with the degree of intimidating look you give him. His glare, the sheen of your blade, and the red of the night is enough to give him pause. When suddenly, make a dexterity save. Oh no! My weakness.
Just like suckering you.
18.
Ah.
18. You hear a shift behind you just in time to see the old lady pull out a dagger trying to get you in your kidney.
Old people in this town rock. It's my kind of town.
I think we gotta get and help him. Seems pretty serious.
You manage to like clasp her hands, and he goes, "Hey, get your hands off my wife!"
Wait, what?
That's right. Let's roll initiative.
Oh no, this has all been a misunderstanding.
Bloody hell, I hate these people.
I love this town.
14.
All right.
I think it's 8.
It's 24 for me.
Gotcha. All right. That's going to start with you, Vexy.
Right, so I want to use my stealth and get behind the old ladies and the Minotaur. They don't see me.
All right. So you're going to try and slip behind them sort of in their blind spot. Go ahead and give me a stealth check. We got Aldrax on deck.
28.
28. Yep. Damn. I should double. You are OP, which is fine. Okay. You managed to slip behind them, and you kind of going through the shadows and your experiences of growing up on the streets and being in people's blind spots. No problem. You position yourself back behind the old lady. I'll just say that was your movement, and you can even no, I'm just gonna let you get in a maneuver for now. Aldrax, it is your turn. Let's make an opposing strength check, actually, real quick, just for the funsies.
14.
She got a 16. The old lady.
Damn it.
She just all of a sudden roids out, and like her arms just like blow up, and she's just able to sort of overpower you and like counter move you into holding you now. You are grappled to her. You still have an action, but she's not letting go.
Oh boy. Is there any way I can try and at least hit her in some form?
Yes, yeah. I mean, you were the thing with grapple is like you were just like kind of latched together. You can still do an attack as I believe it. You can still like cast spells. You can do whatever, unless I specifically said you were restrained or something like that.
Okay, he is going to pull back his sword kind of at his hip,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just going to kind of try and thrust it into her stomach.
Oh boy. Okay, roll them bones.
My future wife.
I got an 8.
Yeah, she goes, "I don't think so, Sonny," and she headbutts you and like stops you before you go forward. You take like 2 points of damage. All right, it is Empty's turn.
Empty, having seen this woman move in slow motion and overpower his paladin friend, is smitten slightly. And now he's looking at the Minotaur, and he's like, "Oh, the plan's coming together." And he's going to cast Hunter's Mark for a bonus action.
Okay.
That just happens. So he is now
Mhm.
marked. And then I'm going to approach the Minotaur, and I'm going to say, "I'm sorry, friend. I'm going to have to steal your wife." And I take out my dentures, and I'm going to bite him. These 2 attacks to bite. First attack, 16.
16 will hit.
And then for damage.
You lay your gums on him, and subterfuge through your membranes start sucking out his blood in essence, and he's like, oh, this is very weird and somewhat arousing. I didn't. Is this a kink of mine I didn't know about? We'll have to try this later, honey. That was weird.
This is getting a little inappropriate.
He's in.
I hate this town.
I love this town.
It is the Minotaur's turn, and he's going to retaliate with his great axe. Up for 11. I don't believe that'll do it.
No, as he raises his axe, Empty like kind of slides around and does like a full like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu slip around, but it holds him just a little closer, so that it confuses him further.
Oh, this is we're getting intimate now. I see.
Get a room.
Then it would actually be her turn. She's gonna try and pluck Aldrax's eyes. With a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
All right. And let me do some damage. You take 8 damage as she plunges her thumbs into your eyes, and you have temporary blindness. And it is your turn, Aldrax. And she goes, now you see me, now you don't.
You're right, I don't. Oh boy. Well, if I'm blind, I guess what he's gonna do is try and raise his shield and just bash in the general direction of her.
You got it.
Try and hear her and then just run that way at her. So I believe that would be unarmed, would it be?
Yeah. Or just you can do a shove with your strength or do a strength check.
I'll do that. That'll work. 22.
22. That'll definitely do it. And roll any kind of damage of like any of your attacks or anything.
Okay, well, we're gonna do unarmed, which is just really 5, which would be... Yeah, it's just 5 damage.
But you did the max damage. I'm gonna say you push her, you hit her with your shield. She trips and falls back and shatters her hip on the ground. Oh! And she's essentially kind of taken out of the fight, unless you were to approach her. She's scrappy. I'd be careful.
Nice one, Aldrax.
Bloody old lady.
It's Empty's turn. Oh, I'm so sorry. Actually, I messed up at the top of the order. It technically should have been Vexy's turn. Vexy, go ahead.
Right, so I'm behind the Minotaur now, just pretty much watching the old lady on the floor. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my rapier and try to get his behind his thighs.
All right, you got it. Go ahead and roll for attack.
This is gonna be a 24.
All right, yeah. So you managed to come up and go ahead and roll damage.
9.
9. You come up and get him by surprise, and you slice his hip severely, and he falls to the ground, also unable to sort of move now, but still quite possibly deadly. And he goes, "Oh, my hip! We're 2 peas in a pod, darling." And now it is Empty's turn.
Empty, upon the Minotaur's back, giving him the gumming, sees the old lady fall, and he's like, "No!" And he's gonna try to finish off this Minotaur first. To hit, I rolled a 17.
That'll do it. How do you end this thing?
So I get close to the Minotaur and I say, "Listen, it's nothing personal. I mean, she's just a one of a kind woman. I'm sorry. And I snap his neck to take her down.
Finish him, Empty.
He's down. No, my sweet baby cakes, my sweet moo cakes. What have you done?
I kneel down. If are we still in combat or?
You sort of okay, just say what you want to do. If you approach her, she takes a swipe at you.
That's okay. I'll take that swipe.
Oh, you just let her. She just gets you.
She just gets me. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. You take 4 damage.
Okay. And I kneel down and I say, "You may not understand now why we should be together. But give it time."
Oh, okay, this is just getting gross.
I'm just professing love. How is that gross?
She just broke her hip!
Don't ruin my vibe.
And you're professing love to her?
I'm gonna cure her. Just give me a second.
Fine.
And I'll cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. You see her. She had some scrapes, kind of where she fell, and in fact, like some bone was sticking out, and you see it magically knit back together, and she goes, "Oh, I feel like I'm 65 again. Oh my God. Wow, I am very attracted to strength and yeah."
When this is all over, now I must ride off into the distance with my pal Aldrax and save him from a brutal mage.
All right, well, honey, my number is 2. We're just around the corner.
Okay, but can we all kind of focus on Aldrax here? He's sort of blind. Why don't you cure him too?
Can I? Is he still blinded? Is his blindness?
He's got. It's gonna take just like a little bit of time for his eyes to just like get back to normal. But so you can and I don't believe cure wounds would necessarily heal that right away. What would you like to do now? Continue heading to the cathedral?
By any chance, since I'm not really able to see right now. Would there be a chance I could use my lay on hands on myself?
Sure, yeah. I'll let you. That's good. That's fine.
Well, I would be using 16 of the 25 points if I wanted to full heal myself, so I'll just do that.
All right. What's laying your hands on yourself look like?
He kind of just touches his neck, one of the pieces of his body which is exposed, and you just hear him murmur something. You can't really hear what it was, but suddenly this light shoots through him, a faint light, and he just kind of looks up. Okay, I'm good.
Awesome. So you feel this divine energy move through you, and it actually restores your sight as well. That's good. All right. And would you like to continue on to the cathedral?
Following Aldrax.
Why not? Let's do it.
All right. Turns out it's just a little jaunt down the street, and you come to this great, huge cathedral that somehow just has this sort of ominous, depressive presence about it. Can you all roll a Constitution save?
19.
All right.
4.
23.
Great. Aldrax and Empty, you feel this sort of oppressive nature on you, but you're able to resist it. However, Vexy, you are quite vexed. You are suddenly like thrown into the bits of depression. You remember being disciplined by your overbearing parents and oppressive nature, and you're instantly a child again, and you feel very lowly. You're gonna have a disadvantage on your checks going forward, and you may enter the cathedral.
So Aldrax, what's the play here? Are we just like talking to the guy, or you lead the way? But you just stand in front of us, just so.
We're gonna go up. We're gonna stab him.
I love this plan.
That'll be that.
I love this town and this plan. Everything about this is amazing.
Can one of you guys hold my hand for a bit? I don't feel so good.
Aldrax will reach down, realizing apparently he's now a father of a lot of people in both literal and metaphoric ways, and he'll just kind of hold her hand gently.
Daddy Aldrax coming to save the day.
Thank you.
All right, so you enter this oppressive cathedral, and as you come in, there is just like this sort of gothic vibe. There's these gnarly gargoyles, pictures of sacrifice, you get the sense innocent blood to these like higher deities that are from the underworld of some kind or some horrific plane, in some sort of you see the depiction of what looks like this town's founding, and from the picture you see just merciless slaughter of these townspeople as this cathedral is essentially erected from the blood that is spilt by this party that seemed to found the area, or first discovered it. And you hear, "Welcome, adventurers." And before you is this very tall but creepily thin figure in these very form-fitting robes. Aldrax recognized him instantly. You get the semblance of kind of like a Slender Man vibe from this guy. And so he's creepy as AF. And Aldrax instantly recognizes him as Gray Pain. Make a perception check, Aldrax.
10.
10. If he recognizes you, you can't tell or at all or anything. If he remembers you. And he goes, "I can sense you have spilt much blood this night in honor of our great deity Vanquish. I shall bless upon you whatever blessings you wish of me, and I will make it within my power."
I look at Aldrax, and I go, or I do a stabbing motion.
Is there any way I could approach him? Not in like a threatening way.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
slowly.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I mean he does not fear you. As you step forward, he's not afraid in any way.
He's not afraid of Daddy Aldrax? Come on.
Well, he hasn't been doing much, to be fair. He's going to walk right up to this Gray Pain. As close as he can get. Would he be able to get within reach?
Yes.
Okay, Aldrax is gonna get right up in front of him. Put a hand on his shoulder.
Oh, he won't let you do that.
No, okay.
You come up to him. Okay, so do you reach out to put your hand on his shoulder, though? I mean,
Yes,
you said it.
he will attempt.
You go to attempt to put your hand on his shoulder, and then out of nowhere, make a dexterity save.
No, not another one. No. Oh, I got a nat 20, which is 19.
Oh, nice.
A nat 20. Then you totally see coming out of nowhere this armored figure in all like black, like accents of crimson red armor just come forward and sort of he goes to bash you with a shield, and yet you manage to lift yours just in time to clamor against him, and you come eye to eye with Loki Sparrow, your former brother in arms.
No way.
And as you look into his eyes, you see no recognition of your former friend and yourself.
Could I turn towards Gray Pain, clearly quite distraught and quite upset? What did you do to him?
Loki's one of my most devoted followers. He needed a little coursing, but he has become a great asset to me and Vanquish.
He was better than that.
I will forgive this one blasphemous action you have done in trying to touch me, but should you make any more advancements, I will have Loki kill you. I will not dirty my own hands with the deed.
Aldrax will... He won't lower his guard, per se, but he'll kind of back off, take a step back. So you wanted one wish then, was it? One blessing? Release him. That's not the man I knew.
My most trusted vassal? Are you sure?
And my most trusted friend. You're going to give him back.
I will release him if that is truly what you wish. But that is a blessing that I will say will have to account for all three of you. That is how greatly I value him.
For Daddy Aldrax, I'll do anything.
There's nothing really here for me, so do whatever you want, I guess. You've been through a lot, Daddy.
He'll just... This genuine plead expression very briefly turns into a very disappointed stare. Before then turning back towards Gray Pain. Then it's settled.
As you wish. Gray Pain gently places his hand on the back of Loki, and then Loki's body suddenly starts to shudder. And you mostly can only see his eyes over through his helm and whatnot, but those eyes begin to bulge, and then blood begins to pour down as if tears in rivulets and like a sobbing, and it convulses, and then a black like ooze starts coming out of his mouth somewhat, and Loki collapses to his knees, and then to the side on the floor.
No.
Dead.
No!
Stab time? Is it stab time?
First, Aldrax is gonna drop to one knee. And he wouldn't reveal it, but you could tell he definitely is on the verge of crying. His fists clench up, and he's going to take a very quick action, drawing his sword and just in a blind rage try and bring it across Gray Pain.
Okay, let's roll initiative.
11.
14.
7.
Okay. I will go ahead and let you get that first action in, as if he was not expecting it. Go ahead and roll to attack.
Roll to attack, alright. 14.
You're about to hit Gray Pain, and it looks like it's true and going to cleave him in two with the force that you are bringing behind it and all the rage, and yet just in the nick of time, a force of magical energy encapsulates his body, and just your blow just stops inches from within reach of him, as if blocked by some invisible force. And he just sort of smirks and smiles at you. And he hits you with magic missile. Just like instantly, just 3 shots go boom, 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 just straight out of his palm. And you take 12 damage.
Okay.
Holy moly.
Force damage as it sort of pops you back. Next, it would be Empty's turn.
Okay. Seeing Aldrax in pain, I'm going to get low to the ground, and in a blurring flash, I'm going to cross the distance. I'm going to use Zephyr Strike and see if I can get him. So it's just going to be an attack, but I get extra damage if I hit.
Roll them bones.
Roll for me. Maybe.
What is it? What's going
25 to hit?
on? That'll hit. So you kind of like, it's almost like an anime like flash step. You like blink out of sight and then instantly appear like next to him and slash upward. And it's so fast, sharp, and surprising that it breaks through his force barrier armor and strikes him for
19 points of damage.
Yes, 19. Wow. 19 points of damage as he howls out in pain. How dare you touch me?
I say, nobody puts daddy in a corner.
Aldrax, it's your turn.
He isn't going to waste any time. He isn't going to say anything. He is still just unfathomably upset. He's going to take a very heavy grip on his longsword. He's going to put his shield... He's not even going to de-equip it. He's just going to drop it. He's going to use this chance to put both hands on his sword, which uses the versatility, which should raise the damage provided it hits. And he's just going to swing it directly at this guy's neck.
Okay, let's do it.
17.
That'll hit.
Okay, and that would be doing, with the versatile, 8 points of damage.
You recover from the previous blow and the magic missiles, and it was almost as if you were blown back and you were going to be like tossed back onto your backside, and yet your rage just moves and compels you forward, and your foot manages to get out just in time to stop, and then that stop turns into the force for a push into a lunge as you change the grip of your longsword to better enforce it, and it comes down and upon his neck and just manages to get through his force armor by your sheer will, and nicks goes in to his neck for enough to blood to start to heavily trickle with 8 points of damage, and it is Vexy's turn.
Right. So Vexy is kind of in distraught right now. So she's not really doing anything. So she's just trying to evade all the like attacks that's happening from everyone's ends.
All right, so you kind of just go into a dodge action in case anything comes your way to give them disadvantage at your attacks. So that's quite all right and understandable under the oppressive circumstances. And it would then be Greypane's turn once again. He reaches out his hand and he casts lightning bolts at Aldrax and an Empty. He puts out his hand and just a blast of energy comes out. Y'all need to make dexterity save throws.
Oh boy.
12.
12. What'd you get?
I don't know. 2.
2. All right. Hang on. That's a lot of dice.
Oh boy.
Empty, you take 11 points of lightning damage, and Aldrax, you take 23.
Wow. Definitely bloodied after that.
More like fried.
Still standing. Bloodied.
Insane, like this insane amount of electrical energy just sort of sparks within you and through you, the two of you. Empty manages to just sort of bounce out of the way in time, but still gets caught by the effects. And then suddenly Greypane disappears in a poof of mist, and then he reappears about like 30 feet from you at a sort of upper level of this cathedral, and it would be Empty's turn.
Okay, Empty, sizzling, his like breastplate like sundered almost from the lightning bolt taking even a fraction of it, looks at Aldrax and says, I'll get him down. And I'm going to just walk at the wall. And since he's a Dampier, I just start to walk up the wall and just like kind of teeter towards him. And then I'm going to basically like grab him. My intent is to grab him and throw him towards Aldrax so Aldrax can pierce him with this sword.
All right. Let's do a contested strength check. You catch him by surprise. He was not expecting such a thing to happen.
May I use athletics?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Big money. One time. 14 plus 4, 18.
Well, he got a big, fat 4. So you grab him and you manage to throw him back down in his shock, down towards the ground, back towards Aldrax. And Aldrax, it is your turn.
Aldrax, finish him for Loki.
Okay, so is Grey Pain midair right now, or is he already on the ground?
We'll say he's midair if you got an idea.
How close would he be to me?
If you stood up and lunged forward with your longsword, you'd hit him.
Can he grip his sword tightly and just wait for just the perfect moment where he's merely a few feet above him and just try and ram it right through his stomach?
Let's do it. Roll to attack.
Yes!
25.
Yes, that is definitely going to hit.
Yeah.
How do you do this? How do you take out Grey Pain, the cause of all your sorrows?
Aldrax is just going to look right up at him. Not even a word. He's livid. He's not thinking. If there were any gods in his head, they are silent, and he is just going to impale this guy, like ramming his sword right into his gut midair.
Metal. Love it.
Grey Pain shrieks in horror, and yet as he's impaled and he slides down upon your longsword and comes nearly face to face, and you see the pain and horror in his eyes as the lights are starting to slowly fade, and yet then you see a smirk of some kind, and he goes, "Vanquish has retrieved me. This will not be the end, however." And his body begins to slowly morph and decay and very rapidly, and you see blood and muscle peel off bone. His bones begin to shrivel to dust, and he's nothing left but dust in the wind. As you are left there in the cathedral, victors of the night, finally taking your revenge upon the mage that made you do atrocities you never wished to before, and yet your friend losing your best friend in the process.
Can Vexy pick up the dust and sort of like keep it?
If you want, yeah, there's like this big like somber moment. He's like, I imagine Aldrax is just like sort of just staring down in disbelief and the horror of what's done, and then Avexi just sort of comes up and is like, scoop
Yeah.
with the like,
Yeah,
little
basically that. Everyone's just like trying to like take in everything that's happened, but Vexy's over here like, I'm just gonna scoot over here and I'm like gonna put this in this jar that I have.
What are you even gonna
And
use that for? I don't.
To resurrection, yeah.
It might come useful.
Aldrax will just end this off walking over to Loki. Aldrax was in great pain, but he shrugged it off the best he could. He's going to kneel by Loki, take off his helmet, and just gently close his eyes with his hands.
Oh.
You deserve better than this.
So Vexy is just watching from the side with the jar of dust in her hand. She's gonna walk up to Aldrax and be like, Eldradi, are you okay? I know he was really important to you, but we have the dust. We could set it on fire. You could do whatever you want to it, you know? It might help.
Aldradi's amazing.
Aldrax is just going to pick Loki up and try and haul him over his shoulder. He was very distraught by now. You could tell. He wasn't even trying to hide it. He needs a burial.
As you are carrying the body out through the town, into the outskirts, the fires have began to die down. There's only wisp of smoke from the chaos that was the night. The red glow gives way to a golden morning as the sun rises over the horizon, and you make your way to a hill that just sits outside of town, overlooking a beautiful, serene ocean. And there's a single tree blossoming flowers where you lay your friend Loki to rest. And in a moment of silence, the gathered adventurers say their prayers or think of their thoughts of what transpired and what this means for them for the future. And the camera sort of pans up over the sky and we slowly fade to black.
Yay.
And that's the adventure. Yeah.
Hell of a session.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
One Shot Wonders Off Book is produced by Interstice Productions. Today's episode starred Tyler X Koontz as your Dungeon Master, Brian Conklin as Aldrax Hemlocke, Mitch Reed as Asha Empty Detharis, and Nurin as Nivexi Song. More details about our cast and where to find their social media and other works is in the description. Special thanks to Geeks Need Love 2, Wholesome Gaming Girl, Chuck Nunn, Sammy Speed, Jesse Waddell, Aaron Maureen Fitzpatrick, Rio Magdaleno, Tony Tarico, Robert the Chocolate Bear Heger, Phil Nieto, Anastasia Lincoln, Fletcher Wolfgang Hoffman, Hero Carlisle. If you enjoyed this production and are looking for some more improv D&D sessions, check out Hazards and Hijinks. If you want to help support our productions and join our community, check out our Patreon, where you can join our Discord, give suggestions for future episodes, get early ad-free episodes, and get entered into our shout-out pool. Interstice Productions, where worlds collide.